Why do some plants bear flowers of different colors? Have you ever noticed the differences in the heights of the same plant or the differences in the seeds? Watch on to get all questions answered. To understand the law of dominance, let us first understand the inheritance of one gene. Mendel chose sweet pea, that is Pisum sativum, to experiment on. He crossed one pure breeding varieties by taking only one feature at a time, and this is known as monohybrid cross. Mendel altogether studied 7 pairs of contrasting features of sweet pea. One of the monohybrid crosses performed by Mendel was between a pure tall, that is capital T breed with a pure dwarf breed, that is small t. He observed the F1 progeny were all tall, none of them were dwarf. He then self-pollinated the F1 generations to obtain the F2 progenies. He observed that 1/4 were dwarf and 3/4 were tall, which were identical to the parents in the proportion of 3:1. Similarly, on crossing the plants of pure green seeds, that is capital Y, and pure yellow seeds, that is small y and small y, the results were similar to case 1, that is the F1 progenies had green seeds and the F2 progenies had seeds identical to both parents in the same proportion of 3:1. The type of the ratio obtained by crossing for 2 different traits of a single character is known as the monohybrid ratio, which consists of phenotypic ratio as well as genotypic. So first let's look on phenotypic ratio, that is the observable features, which gives a ratio 3:1, and the genotypic ratio, which represents the genetic feature, and the ratio is 1:2:1. You need to note that the ratios are the same for any monohybrid cross. By performing the monohybrid cross, Mendel observed the F1 generation all had the same phenotype of either one of the parent. The F2 generation had phenotypes identical to both parents in the ratio 3:1. Mendel concluded that in presence of dissimilar alleles, one expresses while the other is suppressed, as in the case of F1, but the suppressed allele is expressed in the F2 generation, that is the next generation, which he postulated as the law of dominance. So what does the law of dominance state? Out of a pair of contrasting characters present together, only one is able to express itself while the other remain suppressed. Now, let us summarize what we have learned.
Manorama Horizon. Learning made simple.